And that's right, it's Tech Session Saturday. It's the one Saturday of the month where all of us Volkswagen guys get together and we work on each other's shit. So anybody that has problems and wants to learn how to work on their stuff, or if somebody needs to learn how to do an oil change, or, you know, general maintenance things, although there's many times that we have pulled engines apart and pulled heads off and rethreaded spark plug holes and put them back together. I mean, yes, there are times we did some pretty serious repairs on some people's cars, but it's Tech Session Saturday and this is open to anybody that's in the Pensacola area, whether you're part of the club or not. Come on down and see us. We'll even give you a free lunch. Well, we're in the Fastback today. My 1968 Volkswagen Fastback. Her name is Ruby, named by the previous owner. And we're about to go have a ride over there to go see the guys and see what's going on. And I'm having a bit of a late arrival today because this morning I was actually doing some video editing, but that's enough said about that. Let's go ahead and get our butts over there. Well, the Fastback has been running a little weird, and I determined that the reason why was because of the air cleaners getting sucked down onto the carburetors. So I have a new set of air cleaners and actually a whole new linkage kit on the way. Should be delivered in a couple days. So we'll have a video uploaded for that, and by the time you're watching this one, it might already be uploaded. But I'm going to tear that all apart and get this thing running better. But it runs okay as long as I'm pretty gentle on the throttle. If I get rough on it or I full throttle it, yeah, the air cleaner actually gets sucked right down on top of that carburetor. It's they're rubber, and they don't have a metal framework or anything, and they just, the vacuum, it's ridiculous how well they distort. Really stupid. But we're going to continue on our way. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, pluck the dingle belly down next to the subscribe button. That way you get updates every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to check out my other channels. Join us up on Facebook, Duckman Cycles and VW Garage. Join the group page. We'll have a discussion about this and whatever else we got. Thanks for watching. Here comes the intro. Wow! Which appears to be right at or about where that mail truck is at. And there it is. It says Volkswagen for sale. It's the wrong sign out there, but nonetheless, that's still the correct location. And I'm in the wrong gear. There we go. Still in the wrong gear. Much better. I'm anticipating a decent turnout today because the weather is so nice. It was actually cold last night. It was in the 40s. Florida cold, of course, that is. I'm sure it's colder where you're at, but that's cold enough for us here in Florida. Look at this here. Some cars I don't recognize. Exciting. Warm to me. I'm still smelling some engine heat. It doesn't seem as bad as it was, but it's still doing it. Might have something to do with fuel mixture. I'm going to have to look into that. It may have something to do with the intake. The carburetors sucking themselves down. There's a little chip in the paint here. No. It might have something to do with the air filters that are on here, which I have brand new parts that are showing up for on Monday. But we're going to do a video on that next week, of course, once they arrive. And by the time you're watching this video, it may already be done. Now check this out. This is cool. Got that very period flake paint. Love it. Very nice. That's it. Cool. And we got Carlos over here pulling his heads off, right, Carlos?
What's up, Glenn?
How you doing, Carlos?
Pretty good.
You pulling the head off?
I'll put my generator strap on. I've actually never had it on there, so.
Oh, well, yeah. That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
That could cause your fan to eat through the shroud. You'll know when it starts to. It's really loud. I've been down that road already.
Yet. But, you know, like I said, everything that's, I'm not saying least important, but on the bottom of the list is going on now. So it should be.
You're good.
It should be good.
You're good.
But, yeah, I drove her here this morning.
Uh-huh.
Drove fine, like it has been a couple of days. So I don't know what that whole thing was. It is still leaking oil. So that whole thing was running funny. I don't know what happened. Obviously, it didn't fix itself, you know, like on a newer car. But
well, I hope you didn't get it close to seizing.
No.
from running low on oil.
Yeah, I know.
Because you said the oil light came on. You said it was 5 seconds, which to me tells me it's more like 30 seconds. You only noticed it for 5.
No, I saw it came on. I was like, I was in Turkey and I was just like,
yeah.
Then it was going, then it went away and I was like, okay, cool. And then that's when I went home and I should have shut it off, like you told me.
Yeah, you should shut it off.
And now I should shut it off. But I went
within a second or two of that oil light coming on is when you start getting engine damage. So yeah, the oil will stay in there for a little bit. It's viscous. It'll stay in there until it squeezes out, and then the engine starts to eat itself.
Yeah.
Ask Matt about that. He did that once.
Really drove in the oil?
Yeah, he drove with the oil light on.
Like completely on?
It was on.
Oh.
When you had the revs up, it would go out, but when he would sit and idle, it would come back on again. He just sat there with it, and all of a sudden it just ceased.
Really?
Just like that. We got to restart it and it ran again, but he ran it again like that again, and that was the end of the bearings. They toasted.
Really?
All the rods
when
were
I
stiff.
When I first got this running, it would actually do that. But remember when I had water in it and shit like that, whenever I would idle, the light would come on.
It's water injected.
Yeah, but I changed the oil.
I think I got video of that last tech session. I haven't uploaded it yet.
Actually, like
where you turn the engine outside and the water dumps out.
You do? Yeah, you have it. Well, actually, yeah, the thing that happened to Matt, but that's because, and then I changed the oil, and it doesn't do that anymore.
Good.
But now, if it ever comes on, I'll just, I'll shut
That's
it
it.
But thankfully, it doesn't do the whole oil light when I'm idling thing anymore. Thank God.
Somebody's got a noisy cock. Well, cool.
Yeah, but
put that strap on, and hopefully that'll help you. Strap on.
I wanted to put these heat risers on.
Yeah.
But if you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but the bolt that goes through that holds the carburetor in place.
Yeah.
Somebody had put a washer on the other side, like
a
thick ass washer.
Yeah.
So now this side does not line up.
Oh well, actually that's quite common.
Really?
Yeah, that's quite common for them not to line up. How far off is it?
It's pretty far off. I tried using it all, trying to get it in there, but no luck. So,
really?
Yeah, no luck.
Because usually, I mean, it's so common that they're off. And now if you have a problem with a washer or something in there.
It's thick in there. It's on the other side. You see it?
Yeah, that could affect you. That could affect you. I mean, it may not completely. What you might want to try doing is loosening up the boots a little bit. Just loosen them and try to shimmy in as much as you can.
I'll try. Okay. It's loose right now. They're not. It's not. Yeah, it's loose right now. They're both, just kinda. Yeah,
it's very common that they don't line up. You'll get them real close, and then you just got to kind of jam the bolts in there and then lock it down. And then when you run it for a while, sometimes they settle in that position. So when you take it apart, they come apart not too hard.
Yeah, I think it'll probably run better once I put those in there, because I've been driving it like this, but I only drive about 6 miles a day.
Yeah, it might run a little better. It'll also be a little quieter. Because that's, of course, an exhaust leak.
Yeah, it'll be much quieter.
And heat risers are recommended. That's what stops the intake manifold from icing.
Really? Well, we're in Florida, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah, we are in Florida, which some people will debate, and that's going to be a grand debate right now on the YouTube channel, because they're going to watch this video. They're going to say, you're more likely to ice up in Florida due to the humidity. Humidity, yes, because what is it that freezes? Water.
Well, I'll get into them on that.
So, yeah, there'll be a grand debate on that. I'm sure now that we've mentioned it, I mean, you could probably get away without it, but the idea is also the manifold stays warm, so when the fuel dumps into it, it vaporizes. It doesn't puddle. Right. Yeah, so that's the other reason why they heat up the manifold.
So it'll run better then?
It will probably run better. It'll run more evenly, yes.
Okay. Well, that'll probably, be my... I think what's happening, why it's not idling right sometimes, is because whenever I pull the cable or whatever, the whole fucking thing moves, because it's not bolted down to the heat riser. So probably when I'm pulling on this, it's actually loose.
You got to tighten that bolt underneath too that has that weird washer on it.
It's not in all the way?
Yeah, well, do you have a nut on it?
Yeah, it's a bolt nut.
But is it nutted on?
What do you mean, like on the other side?
It's on this side. Yeah. I see a nut there. Is it tight? That should stop it from wagging.
This?
Yeah.
That's the top of the bolt.
Yes, is it tight?
Yeah, it's in there.
Is it in there or is it tight? Carlos, you and your words.
It is tight. It's tight.
It's tight? Well, okay. That shouldn't be wobbling then. That should lock it in.
Because it's wobbling from the heat risers, right? Well, I think that's what it is, because you can see it's just freewheeling.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a part of your problem, but mosquito on your head.
Yeah, you're right.
Gee, there's mosquitoes all around your head. What's on your head that's making mosquitoes fly around your head?
I don't know. Probably that brown sugar.
About half a dozen of them. Brown sugar, is that what it is?
Brown sugar.
They're looking for that brown sugar stuff. I see.
But yeah, other than that, I don't think I'm going to keep this motor for too long. I think I'm going to get that the other motor I have. Remember this red one, the 1600? I'm going to get that rebuilt, run it perfectly, and put that one in here. Then get this one done correctly. Like I said,
that's it.
But for now, it's just my daily driver.
Make it a turbo 1776.
6 miles a day.
6 miles a day.
Yeah, I just drive from my house to work Sometimes I'll drive the Jordans, and you know Jordan lives about a minute from here, so that's a 15-minute drive on the highway. But she runs fine on the highway. Got her up to 70, and my speedometer gave out. So.
Yeah, did you figure that out?
No, I haven't.
Did you watch my video on it?
I did watch your video.
Yeah. Did you look at your front wheel and look just to see?
I did.
Yeah?
I did. And
Okay.
it was out a lot.
That was already through. Okay.
I was like, what the fuck?
If it's out a lot, it might have broken.
I mean, it was probably up that much.
That's kind of a lot. It may have broken.
It was a little bit a lot.
You might have broken the cable.
I didn't check through it because then I started having that weird running problem yesterday. It was running like shit. Man, I was running like shit.
Well, then the speedometer is certainly least of your worries, but
freaking me out, yeah. Speedometer least of my worries, so. And it is always my top priority. All that.
Yeah, you gotta make it run right, otherwise it's
when
no
you
good.
gonna paint it? When you gonna get the turn signals fixed? Like, fuck that. That is the least of my concern.
It's gotta run or it's not worth
It's
painting.
not a runner. It's
That's
not worth
it.
painting. It's not worth getting the turn signals working.
I get the same questions all the time. When are you gonna paint Eleanor? She doesn't even have an engine.
Yeah. That's all.
What color are you gonna paint? That's not even the point.
He's like, drop the engine and, you know, paint this back stuff, get it looking nice. I'm like, I could literally care less about that shit right now, honestly. Like, I've got so much of this. If this motor isn't, you know, perfect.
Well, it's a beater anyway. I
Yeah.
mean, you don't expect your first one to be perfect either.
Yeah.
And my first one wasn't.
Yeah, but yeah, that's at least my worry. So right now, as long as my brake lights work, headlights work, I'm good. I don't have turn signals still.
Thinking in my mind what number Eleanor is in all the Volkswagens I've had. I think as far as Beetles are concerned, she might be like number 4 or 5.
Really?
Yeah, somewhere in there. It took me that long to make the one the way I really wanted it. Although the 73 was going to be my daily driver. That was going to be my car. But now I've just got too much, so it's got to go. It's next door. All right, let me go have a walk around. Another who? A Millennial? Uh-oh. Where's the other Millennial?
Oh, Tommy, he'll be here soon.
Oh, cool. Is he bringing his car?
Yeah, he's bringing his car.
He better. He's late.
We had a party last night for my birthday,
So he slept in.
we all slept in. We were all at
Shame on you.
We all slept in. We're like,
Well, I kind of slept in. I mean, I was wide awake starting at 8 a.m., but I had to push her off to get here. So
no, and I woke up like at 10:15. I was like, fuck, I'm into the tech session. And I was like, hey Thomas, I threw a pillow at him. I was like, I'll see you at the tech session. He was like, all right. I'm like, yeah, we did some illegal things. So.
Illegal things. Oh, space cakes, huh?
No. The devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce. Well, that's what's in the space cake.
Well, I don't eat the cake. I like it.
Well, you should eat the cake. You look like you eat the cake. I eat the
I actually
cake.
had cake last night. It was my birthday party.
Space
actually.
cake? Oh, that's right. Happy birthday. Forgot about that.
Yeah. 20 now.
I was going to wish you the other day, but we went out to the movie when I was going to wish, and I was in a hurry.
Yeah, you're good, bro.
All right. We're going to have a walk around.
Runs into your tire too. That also goes into the bottle. But then you've got another piece that goes into the tire.
How's it going, Jeff?
Warm, ain't it, Bill?
What happened? Your pulley overheated?
Yeah. Yeah, I ran out of radiator fluid.
Oh, no. You better fill it up. There's a little cap on the end of it.
Yeah.
He ran out of pulley putty.
Pulley putty? At least he wasn't pulling his putty.
Yeah, no. Don't do it like that.
How's it going, Matt?
What's up, Glenn?
Looks like you got something new in here.
Yeah, something brand new.
Is it run yet?
Look at all this goodies under here.
Did you run it yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, you didn't put it on a test stand?
Look at all these goodies under here.
That is the test stand?
Look at all the oil free flow, all new lines.
Uh-huh.
Got these pretty continental
Pretty.
lines.
Make sure you put a heat shield between the
Yeah.
exhaust and that. Even
Yeah.
just some aluminum
We're
foil
gonna
around the line makes
wrap
a
it.
huge difference.
Bill said he's got some heat wrap. I'll wrap them lines up.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Let me look from the top down.
As I jacket, I see I have a bad boot.
There he goes. He used the fitting like I suggested. That 90 degree.
Yeah.
Yep.
That dude over there has a couple Volkswagens he's trying to build too. So
Yeah?
yeah,
Cool.
cool guy. Gave us some pretty good price.
Everything's brand new. It's so spanking clean. It's ridiculous.
It's like the motor's clean, and then you look at the transmission, and it's just nasty, dirty.
What kind of paint is on the tins? It's all lumpy looking.
Yeah, I don't. I
Or
mean,
is that just multiple coats of
Yeah,
messy paint?
that's the way they were. I
You should
couldn't.
use some hammered paint on it then. You never would have noticed.
Right.
That's what I would have done anyway. But take it back off. No problem.
Yeah. Just a couple screws. Take it all apart just to paint them. I'll just cover it up and just hit them from here.
Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Worry about it the next time you have to take it apart.
Worry about my paint job, man. I'll talk shit.
Your paint job.
Paint job.
Are you sanding it again? Looks like you hit it again.
A little bit.
A little bit.
I got bored. Every time I get bored, you know me.
Because every time I see it, it looks different.
OCD. Look, that's what I was telling you about. These holes. Look at this bad boy.
Holy shit.
Woo, straight through the battery box. I mean,
Looks like this came straight out of church, huh?
yeah.
It's all holy.
Yeah. It's the door's
The door, yeah. I remember you showed me the door. A year ago you showed me the door.
having problems shutting.
Yeah, well, don't shake it too much now while it's on the stand. The engine will probably be fine. You might wrinkle up the car, though.
But it's ready to be pulled off and do the pans like we were talking about and all that good stuff.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
I'll give you a numbers quote on that so we know what we're doing. Because they're going to rebuild a new pan, IRS. We're going to go airbag, right?
Airbags.
We're going to do the whole thing. I've got just about everything to do it,
I'm
so.
going to try to find some pop-outs. I want to try to find some pop-outs and a Safari for the front.
Well, Safari, you're gonna pay for that. Pop-outs are easy to come by, though.
Yeah. The cheapest I've seen on them Safaris are like $450.
You want to get one from Jeremy Brooks.
Jeremy Brooks?
Yeah, VW Loose Nuts.
Oh, okay.
You know who he
Oh,
is?
yeah.
He's the guy that got my fenders off of my 56.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, that's the guy I would buy the windshield frame from for the Safari pop-out. I wouldn't go to anybody else.
Yeah, I've seen him.
No, I wouldn't go to anybody else. He's definitely the guy to go to. Anyway, if you're watching this video, you guys, there'll be a link down on the bottom on how to get a pop-out windshield from Jeremy Brooks at VW Loose Nuts.
I need one.
Yeah, he's the only guy I would buy one from.
That'll work.
Then again, I don't know anybody else that makes them, but he's certainly the guy you want to talk to. He's been really nice. He's been really honest. You can trust him.
I seen him.
He won't mess with you.
Online or on Facebook the other day.
Yes, he
had
does.
A bunch of them
Yep,
laid out.
all handmade.
Yep.
He does them all himself.
And, I mean, $450. That's not really. That's not too bad. I mean,
Not bad at all, really.
yeah. Considering you got
That's it.
front AC.
Right. You need goggles.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You're riding a motorcycle.
Goggles on.
In fact, it's probably more intense than a motorcycle because you get all that air that comes off the hood. That's it. It all goes right up. You got a scoop in your face.
I wonder if that's why they have those little. Have you seen those little plastic things that they put on the front of your hood? It's like a clear and it's shaped kind of like that.
Oh, it's
like
a
wind
bug
deflector.
deflector. Yeah, it's a bug
Yeah,
deflector
I'll throw
for
that
a
up
Beetle.
there.
They look weird because it's in the middle, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to keep the bugs off your windshield. It actually does a really good job.
And I wonder if that would be good to put one on there when it's open.
Honestly, I think they look really dorky.
They do. I had one. I took it off.
Yeah, it looks really stupid because the Beetle just wasn't made for one.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a square-shaped hood.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had a red
Excellent.
one. I was like, take it off. Yeah, I'm ready to hear this fucking run.
All right, fire it up.
I'm ready.
Now fire in the hole.
I still gotta tighten all the goodies down.
They're not tight yet? Oh, I
That's
see.
just sitting in there just so we can mock up
Let me
the
see.
lines.
Surprised you didn't do that first.
Yeah, no.
Well, you had the other bits on there. It's actually easier to go in that way. You're fine.
Yeah.
I love this.
Well. Yeah.
You got that electric one we put in there a year and a half ago, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
We were worried about the deck lid not closing, and it's, I mean, literally like that close to hitting it. Here.
Oh, I see. Well, you can get a low-profile air cleaner if you need to.
Yeah,
They're
it closes.
about half the height.
Yeah, it closes and latches and locks and everything. So
Everything's just fine. Okay,
Yep.
as long as it doesn't vibrate against it either.
yeah. Yeah.
'Cause that'll make a hole in it. You can always adjust the deck lid a little bit too if you need to. You might be able to gain another 1/4 inch or something.
Yeah, that's true. Pull it.
Yep. Just move it.
Try that before I pull that tune out.
Excellent. All
Or
right.
you just turn around and
1700
Uh-huh.
dual Solex carburetor.
1700 Type 4
Type 4 motor.
bus engine?
Going in a 72 bus.
Yeah.
Picked this motor up at a swap meet for $85.
Okay.
I was very happy with
Sounds
that.
like a deal to me.
It was a deal. Tore it all apart. And
Uh-huh.
had a rat nest all under the tin on both sides. And
Wow.
I'm glad I tore it apart because it was not gonna cool. You
No,
know what I
it
mean?
wouldn't.
You should have seen all the rat nests and stuff in there. Anyway, cleaned it all up, rebuilt the carburetor,
rat trink engine.
and
The
now
rat
I'm
nest.
getting ready to try to get Jason to adjust the carburetor. Let's get this started.
All right.
It's been
There
a
we
while
go.
since I've started it. So we shall see what happens here. about that? Not going to idle. I am going to move it. I don't want to fill the shop up with exhaust fan. Yeah.
Turn the fan on then.
So, I wish I had one of those long metal pipes that I could just hook to here and let it, You got one of those?
I have a plastic one.
Yeah, but that would melt, wouldn't it?
Well, it doesn't melt when it just idles, actually. So if you're just running at low RPMs, it's not too bad. When you rev it up, though, yeah, it melts.
Okay, I got some plastic stuff. I might go find something.
Full float, and we were trying to figure out how to get the return line going back into the case because it's machined right next to where there's a little bulge in the case. And normally the case is gouged out. The guy that did the machine work on this one didn't gouge it out. So there was no way to get a 90-degree fitting in there because it was coming around and hitting the block. So, Glenn, you mentioned something about using a compression fitting, and that's what we did. And with an elbow, a 90-degree elbow.
Is that one of
on it.
them AN fittings or something?
Yes, it sure is. And it goes over to the filter right here.
Up underneath. I see the lines going to it.
Yeah. And the filter's mounted real well right over here.
There you go.
Mounted on the bubble bracket. Okay. This being the return line,
Yep.
or and this one being the end to the filter. And of course, the filter will screw on right here. So,
Spectacular.
alrighty.
Is that a little bit of a ground clearance problem?
Nope, not really, because
Yeah, I guess not. It's up underneath the fender.
yeah, it's up.
It might protrude a hair, but not more than an exhaust oil.
It's
So
a short filter.
yeah, he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's right behind you, but
Yeah,
it's
it'll
smaller.
we'll find out if it's a ground clearance or not.
By the way,
clearance ain't
did
gonna
you
be a
know
problem.
Eleanor is so low that even without an exhaust, that scrapes on my driveway?
Oh man.
Well, he's used to it. This
Because I know your exhaust just barely scrapes.
Yeah.
But Eleanor's lower, the apron scrapes. So anyway, yeah, she's definitely going to have to be...
we overcome that challenge, and that's one item out of the way in order to get us going. We've got a few more things to hook up, of course, and then we'll be able to try to fire this thing off. I'm not sure exactly when we'll know, but it's going to happen.
right after pizza.
More than likely.
You're almost there. It's just a bunch of bolts, really.
Well,
I mean,
no,
it's
we're
easy
going
stuff.
to replace this distributor right here.
Oh,
And then,
one bolt.
Yeah. And then,
Coil.
Hey, did you set the timing?
not yet.
No, you got to set that timing.
Okay, here.
Hey, did you set the timing?
The timing is set.
Did you set the timing?
Yeah, this time. Yeah,
Of course, our viewers aren't going to know what we're talking about, but when I was working with Matt about a year and a half ago, we had a problem where he actually seized up a rod bearing, and it was sticking real bad, and it would turn over and go, "Ruh, ruh, ruh, ruh." And everybody said, "Did you check the timing? Check the timing." I must have heard it about 30 times in about a 20-minute period. And I kept telling everybody, it's not the time. Nobody would.
He's got a rod bolt that's
Yep.
he's got a rod that's sticking that much. There's
Yeah.
no need to run it.
No. But we didn't know that's what it was yet, but we found out later when we took it apart.
It was funny.
All right, what'd you get here, Bill?
God dang, man.
Looks like you
that's a
brought me lunch.
$9 damn pizza. I mean, $9 salad.
Really?
Yeah, give me $20 here. I'll cover my.
Yeah, that's kind of spendy. By the way, you go to Sky's, they're $7.50,
What, the salad?
and they're bigger.
Larger than that?
Yes, and the quality of them is just wow. What we got in here? There's our pizza toppings. What the hell? Oh, there's a hole in it. There was a rat eating their way into the money.
Yeah. A two-legged or a four-legged rat?
I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah,
All right, let's see what we got here. We have
Ew,
vegetarian. Yeah.
vegetarian.
Yeah. We got meat lovers.
Oh,
And we got the traditional.
traditional pepperonis. And what's the last one?
That's it. Pepperoni.
More pepperonis. Pepperonis to the power of 2.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm premium in the Harley, so.
And we have
I'll start
cheese.
Dipping sauces.
No, just cheese.
Cheese and sauces. That's all they gave us with 4 pizzas?
Yeah.
What a bunch of cheap...
Hey, don't look the house. Don't look the house.
For our viewers that missed the last few minutes of what just happened, what happened when you tried to put gas in here?
It leaked from the bottom.
It didn't just leak from the bottom.
It leaked through the bottom.
Well, you looked at me while we heard the sound of a cow pissing on a flat rock while you were pouring gas into there. We opened up the hood, and we saw that the tube, instead of being connected to the gas tank was going under the gas tank. So
Tank was leaking because it was.
it wasn't leaking. The tank was not leaking.
Wait, what
No, I
happened?
said no.
You missed it. He put gas in it.
Yeah.
And
It went, instead of going to the tank, it
went right on the
floor.
ground.
So whenever we poured the gas at Gilbert's house, it went all over the grass.
Yeah, actually, I guess I would have if that's what you
So that's
did.
why. So is this dry?
yeah.
That's why it's not running. What the?
So put some gas in it now and see what you got. See if it makes that same sound, but you probably won't. It might leak a little bit if you didn't tighten it down all the way, but I guess you'll see. Go ahead.
That's funny.
It might help if you turn it upside down. Yeah, gravity helps you then. That's the sound you're supposed to hear. I noticed his fuel pump was really noisy when he turned the key on because it's got electric. And it was like, when they have gas in it, they hum very gently.
I think that's good.
Yeah, I
That's
think.
why it would only run when I was spraying starter fluid in it. Because
Yep.
it was dry as a fucking bone.
Yep.
Dot's really connecting right now.
I saw Glenn get to figure out how. I was like, oh my god! I was like, is this something Glenn can't even fix?
Yeah, because like he was like,
Yeah.
you hear that? Put some gas in it. I was putting gas, and we just heard it dripping. We were just like, we
Duckman
looked
can
at
fix
each other. I was
anything.
like, is that supposed to?
Oh
happen?
my god!
The Duckman can fix anything. All right, first thing you want to do is turn the key on and listen to the fuel pump. It's probably going to take a moment for it to prime and push everything to the back. All right. You're going to hear the tone of it change. It's already starting to get a little quieter, but it sounds like it's still pretty dry to me. How much gas you put in there? Not very much, huh?
Probably enough.
I don't know. This fuel pump's still kind of loud. Yeah, put some more in there.
I got it. Stay in the car, Tom.
Stay in the car, Thomas.
Oh, this is a way longer clip than mine. Holy shit. Mine comes off like in one turn.
Yeah, quarter turn on the fastback. Maybe not yet. You didn't disconnect the fuel pump or something underneath, did you?
Nope, didn't even touch the fuel.
You didn't kink any of the fuel lines, did you?
No.
No, he says.
Well, one way to find out.
Well, let it prime for like another minute or something. Maybe it's just gonna take a little longer to get through the line. I mean, that is the case sometimes. It is electric. I have seen the fastback take up to a minute for it to get back there sometimes when I ran it dry. La 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 la. You remember the first time we ran it, actually. It took a long time for it to get back there, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Nope. Never mind.
Yeah, all that junk right there is mine.
Yeah, the window seal, how come it's not on there?
Trying to get the
Body work down there.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Whoa.
That's dangerous as hell.
Fuck.
That's a new problem you're going to have to worry about. I'm glad I got that on video. All this tin is touching battery contacts and shit. Yeah.
I saw that too.
Did you? I got it on video. I'll have to watch it later. Oh yeah, it was a bright flash.
Flash and it started smoking.
It won't turn on anymore.
Really?
Yep.
Check your battery terminals. Probably came loose. It just fell down on the wires and it pulled everything soon. Don't put it down on top of the battery and short it out now.
Put it back in where.
Well, it's propped up now. Before it wasn't. You got it. See? The look on his face. The look of confusion. You better make sure it doesn't fall on your wires anymore. So yeah, it's running again. Go ahead and prop that up. And you do take the battery out of here, right, when you're done? Yeah, put it up front or something so your tins don't fall down on that battery, because if this piece of replacement metal falls on that battery late one night, you're going to lose this thing. Go in there. Let's see what you got. Fire it up. Fire the hole! Give it a little gas. Hold it down. You might have flooded it by pumping it. Shame on you, Thomas. Oh man, you killed it. It's gonna need me to do it. Alright, I'm coming.
Art festival tomorrow.
Hello.
How's it going, Carlos?
Pretty good.
Did you get it running?
Gabe this Hall's calling me.
Want me to pick up on it?
I meant the one that's in downtown. I'm flattered.
One of them gay phone watches where you think you're Dick Tracy or some shit?
There's an art festival happening downtown.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm wrapping up here at the tech session.
Session for the day. Everybody, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Plug that little dingle belly down there next to the subscribe button. That way you get updates every time I upload a new video. And don't forget to check out Duckman Cycles and VW Garage over on the Facebook group page. We got about 500 people over there, so I really thank you much, guys, for supporting that place and for sharing your projects. For anybody that just wants to talk about whatever, you know, come on over there. You're invited. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.